Thank you so much.
Let me see. Okay. Does it not play? I am live, it says. Stream healthy, but I can't see anything. Can you guys see the stream?
Yeah, I can see it.
That's weird. There we go. I can see it now. Fantastic.
Yay.
Huzzah for things not being broken.
Ooh. Lance
Wait,
is
who,
blue.
who is broken? Who is broken? Wait.
Wait, Lance isn't blue to sing. Okay. Oh, whatever. Disappoint. So we're starting in 2 minutes?
Yep.
Right.
Let's see, I've got everything. I've got everything. Wahahaha.
Ooh, become presenter.
Okay.
Click.
Fantastic. All right. So, what's this? Yeah, fine. All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome to this live stream where we've gathered some of the prominent alliance leaders of the October 2017 Alpha. We're gonna discuss the current political climate of the game and kind of wonder over how we're gonna win, who's gonna win, and who's gonna backstab who. To begin with, I'm going to go and talk to each of the alliance leaders that are with us today and ask them to present their alliance and take a little look, and so everybody knows who's who and where they are in the world, in the Starborne world, of course. So first up, Kamut, you are here.
No, why do I have to be first?
You're first. So
oh,
let's
is
see.
it because I got a cute avatar?
Yeah, it most certainly is. So this is Kamut and his alliance in Andromeda. Let me see. Sea Owners Alliance. The Mist Wolves, 20 members, currently ranked 14. So how are you going to win the game, Kamut?
I don't know. I mean, if you look in that little area where I'm at, I mean, there's a couple strategic points, so we're definitely going to try to go for those. But we got a couple like rogue players, so to speak, that are kind of doing their own thing, and that kind of making it hard for everybody else around it with their little posturing. And obviously, you already know who I'm talking about. But mainly, our thing is to support the Confederacy. You know, the DTC Confederacy. So I guess how we win the game is how the Confederacy wins the game, and we're just going to contribute to whatever it takes to do that. You know, but right now, like, our area is not the most peaceful in the world. That used to be Star-Lord Kingdom, but he overstepped his boundaries, and he was quickly broken up. But he's just kind of been a pain in the ass, so we just kind of been watching him. So it's hard for us to like really commit outside of that general area, because it's like, well, damn, as soon as we commit, this guy's going to just stab us in the back, or he's going to do something stupid.
It looks like the... sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
It looks like the pocket you guys are heading for is almost uncontested. There's like 10 strategic X points there just within reach.
Well, I mean, yeah, we can definitely. That's kind of probably why this guy wanted to create his little kingdom in that area. Nobody can go there. Nobody can go there because that was his way of securing that area and securing the win. I guess I don't know. But I mean, a lot of us, we just had bigger plans, and it wasn't so much the alliance. It was more of, you know what, we can be a part of this confederacy, grow the confederacy, and everybody wins,
Okay.
not just a couple handful of people. So that's kind of the way we're looking at it. Like, well, we're looking at the big picture. What can we do to help the DTC, whoever they chose? Hey, go for these strategic points. Boom. That's what we'll do. We'll support it.
Yeah. So, but of course, and this is probably going to be a recurring theme. But there's only one alliance that wins. So there must be some
Yeah, I
mergers
know, I know.
that are on the horizon for you guys.
Well, like I said, there's a good little patch of heaven, I guess. It's a good little area. Just couple rogue actors kind of doing their own thing. But aside from that, it's we're pretty much going to go for those points. We're already working on getting the gunships. If we actually have gunships already.
How many?
That I don't know. No, seriously, that I don't know. Plus, I'm gearing up to go for gunships myself.
Okay.
And when that happens, we're probably going to take a more active interest on some of these how you say it, these rogue actors.
Okay, so let's talk to Matt for a moment. You are in the United Gemini Alliance,
Yes.
and this is you guys. So you
Yeah.
started in Gemini, and you are all over the place around the tip of Gemini. Still, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, about 10 strategic points as well in your grasp. How do you see yourself winning the game?
I mean, we're trying to get control of some of the middle strategic hexes, but we're also trying to get some of the hexes down in south, where we have some players who's focusing on taking those strategic hexes as well.
So you're thinking about this area here.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're in contention with at least 3 other alliances.
Well, we're trying to cooperate with Singularity
Yeah.
on those hexes.
Okay. Fantastic. Let me see who's next. We have Sentinel here with us, right?
Yes, I'm here.
He's most definitely here. This is the vastness of Singularity Federation, vastness of space. You are in the you're in the Federation with Singularity. So you guys already have what, 8 points?
9 points.
So I'm guessing your strategy is to capture them early and hunker down. Would that be a fair assessment?
That was the early to mid-game strategy, yes.
And do you think that the points that you have now are enough to win the game?
No, not exactly. I think we'd need at least 10 more.
Okay, so you're predicting about 18, 20 points to win the game.
Yeah, I would say, to be honest, no one's ever done points, but I would say 18 to 20 will put you in the top 3 at least.
Okay, okay. Let me see. Therisol?
Hello.
Hi, man. Let's see where you are. So this is a little alliance with 8 members, currently ranked 72. But you are very spread out.
Yeah, we all started kind of late. So some of us got in Gemini, and then Gemini was full when more people that originally is in my community started. And then they had to go to one of the other ones. We're trying to kind of get all of our members together in a space, but we're less focused on winning and more focused on really just learning how to play the game.
Okay. Fantastic. Spike? You there, mate?
Yeah, I'm here. You can hear me, right?
Yep, I can hear you. So this is you guys. you have carved out a little niche of space, haven't you?
We got the entire end of Orion, pretty much.
Ah. But you are not in position for... Oh wait, hang on. You're in this pocket here as well, aren't you?
We are in 2 pockets.
Yeah. So here you're up against... Who's this? You're up against the Rosa, Virgo Conglomerate, and Rosa was the player name, wasn't it? And Lies. So Lies are down here trying to capture a few points. So you're in... Okay. And how do you see yourself winning the game?
By winning the war with Virgo, apparently, and Lies.
With Virgo?
The Virgo conglomerate.
Yeah.
There seems to be quite a lot of people that want to take that little area between Virgo and Orion.
So if we think about...
I want that area.
If we think about the projected numbers that Matja just said, 18 to 20 points, how are you going to get them in those 2 pockets? If with all that
how many
competition.
points there are there precisely, but I think there's more than 20 in total.
Okay,
They're
interesting.
looking to expand. Remember, the alpha is fresh still. There's still a lot of time to expand.
Yes, this is true. This is very true. Okay, the Raikaku, Raikaku, I said that right.
Yep.
Let me see.
Oh,
That's brass, cool. In-game name. So let's take a look at where you're situated. So how do you expect to win the game, having almost no expansion towards strategic hex points? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 in your reach. Are you expecting a merger down the line?
we're planning to establish our control in our area and then move together, expanding in a certain path to control everything in our path.
Okay.
I just don't want to reveal too much, but we're going to just go in a straight line and try to take everything in our way.
I see. So you're going to go across the arms?
Possibly.
Possibly. Alright, so next up we have Klaus from Lice.
Hello.
How you doing, man?
Great, thank you.
So, you guys... Here you are. You're in the middle. So you are in this Singularity Federation, aren't you?
No, that is incorrect.
And are you happy with going for second place?
Well, you've heard my comments on the first prize.
Yeah.
That said, at this point in time, we honestly are not sure what our endgame strategy is. We've been plagued with issues like a lot of late-coming players that aren't following our generic strategy, leading to pockets of players like the one earlier mentioned, who we expect to have cause diplomatic problems, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Our main plan is to just consolidate and continue building what we already have.
Okay.
In terms of the federation that Singularity has, the Discord Federation, we split from them a while ago. As you might have noticed, they've stolen a lot of our good members, but we have formed a diplomatic defensive pact.
And do you
simply
feel
because
safe?
I feel relatively safe, simply because in the location we're in, attacking Lies would potentially cause a galactic war. And
Okay.
we feel pretty confident that that's going to keep people off us for a while.
But you got some of you guys right in the middle of Singularity.
Yes, I know. That's why we formed a defensive pact with them.
Okay. Okay,
A war
so
would bring down groups, and one group getting conquered by another alliance would be a security compromise to the other.
okay.
So that's what we settled with.
So Copper Pride, you are
How
here.
you doing, mate?
You are here representing the marionette. Doll couldn't make it, and you are his proxy. You're not the alliance leader.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, so you are currently ranked 6. You have a non-aggression pact against Virgo Vendetta. Interesting.
Si, senor.
Oh. What is your game plan? How are you going to win the game?
Well, basically we start and as a group of people who, first time comes to the alpha. So we try to still learn about the game, learn about the learn the mechanics, and try to see what works the best for us. But in the process, we figure out that probably the guy with the biggest hammer will not win the war and win the game. So maybe it will not be our main strategy to bring to the in the end game conflict the biggest hammer, but with some clever moves and bribes and all that available moves, we'll try to get to the point where we will be very important.
In Copperhead's, in Copper Pride's defense, they have a pretty big hammer. So
you know this personally,
he's
Camus?
being humble. Yeah, he's helped us out with the Ironicus situation personally, so I appreciate that. A lot of goodwill towards the whole Confederacy thing. So yeah.
Okay, Copper. So your plan is to get a few points, and then obviously for the members that have the strategic hex points, if they're going to win any prizes, they're going to have to merge with somebody else. Do you have any in mind?
Could you repeat, please?
So you guys, you don't have many. Well, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you have a few members that have strategic hex points, or at least access to them. It's blatantly obvious that given how spread you are, that you're not going to win the game. Well, I'm not going to say that you're not going to win. That the entire alliance won't win the game. So it seems obvious that you guys have to merge with somebody else. Is there somebody that you would like to merge with?
Well, basically, general idea is to bring the big flag of the DTC and put it on the top, and for that goal we believe we can. We don't need to be the first in the DTC. We don't need to be the frontmans. We will try to, but if situation will go like, okay, so we don't have a chance to be the number one, but one of the alliance in our confederacy can be, well, we will bring our forces and fully support the confederation. So
Okay.
playing smart, not go to the straight to the wars, obvious one or not obvious one. Just play it smart, play it good, enjoy the time, learn the game, and make your life harder with this fake.
You want to annoy people.
Yeah.
Okay. So Total Eclipse.
Yep.
So this is you. Obsidian Order. You have 10 members currently ranked 45th. So what is your game plan?
Well, most of the members are fairly new, within a week or two old, so we only have 5 members that actually participate actively in chat. The other 5, although are active, do not participate. So we're just kind of looking to grow, learn, and maybe join another large group or federation and kind of just help support the team, since we know we won't be in a position by the time the deadline comes to be any, to hold anything more than a point or two.
Okay. Faber.
Hello.
Hello, man. How are you doing?
Pretty well, thank you.
You're kind of low. Let me see.
Is it better now?
Yeah, much better. So,
Okay.
this is you guys.
Yep.
10.
We kind of started late because our leadership just went away. So I took the reins later on, and we are some sort of late bloomers. We don't really have many points around us to take. But I think it as a strategy to expand further, because we can deploy our entire forces. So we just are focusing on helping the Confederation, the DTC, which we are part of.
The DTC.
And if they need... Sorry, yeah?
The DTC.
Yeah, the credit card.
So, wait, this is... And so you expect some of your members that have strategic hex points to merge with somebody else to create a big winning alliance that's capable of winning?
It might be a possibility. Actually, we are right now in the process of merging with someone else. It might be a couple of days at most.
Oh,
So we are kind of growing and trying to get stronger. I think as a confederation, that's probably a good idea to merge people with high ranks trying to compete for the rank 1.
you want to
And the rest of the
divulge
board-
who your target is?
Sorry, say again?
Do you want to tell us who you will intend to merge with?
Yeah, actually we're merging with not goons, which is not present.
Okay.
Also, we agreed upon a new leadership. Neither of me or the actual leader of not goons right now will be the new leader. But
Okay.
we are confident that we will perform well and we will bring the fight if needed. We are just trying to bolster our strength, trying to get heavy ships on every member,
Okay.
and that's it. We are gonna play low for now, trying to make a big move later on.
Okay, sounds interesting. Admiral.
Hey,
So I did a little survey before with all the alliance leaders intending to participate in this chat, and Singularity is considered by almost half of the leaders the most probable to win the game. What do you feel? How do you feel about that?
I think that we've put a lot of time and dedication since before even the alpha pre-tests into planning, strategizing, training, theory crafting. I think that winning the game is something different for us than from all the other alliance leaders here so far. For us, it's reputation. It's holding that rank and being given the notice that you just gave, for example. But we still want that avatar, though we don't mind the 2 through 5. We will be aiming for number 1. The strategy we intend to implement to win the game, although it does look like we have a nice a set of holdings on the strategic hexes, is going to be mostly political. And yeah.
Okay. So you've already incorporated 2 other alliances in the game. You did this pretty early. How safe do you feel towards those new members?
Good on you for asking that question. There are times where I wonder, and there are times where I don't. I think that can be said for any alliance leader in any position about their members, and some of the oopsie moments they have. We do have plans in place in any situation, long red-eye discussions, and yeah, so we have absorbed a couple alliances for which we are very happy with them, and we are very proud of to have them join us. There's going to be, as far as some of our members, there is going to be a lot of war, and so all I ask is, hey, sit tight.
Okay, so what I'm wondering is that you have a pretty dominant position in the middle. But do you think that the points that you have access to now can win you the game? Or will
No.
you need to merge or at least incorporate some of these pockets?
We actually have several pockets already in the bag through
That's
diplomacy, and we're continually working on more. It's not necessarily something you'll notice just by looking at the colors you have established.
Okay. So, Ignis Wolf,
Evening, mate.
how you doing, man?
Not too bad yourself.
Happy as a puppy. So how are you going to win the game?
I'll give you a little quote for that one. He who knows when he can fight and when he cannot will be victorious.
I see.
So, we're going to fight clever, basically.
Okay. So you're currently ranked 8th. You are in this pocket here. Is that your main objective, to secure this pocket?
Well, obviously this is our first time playing this, so I'm not sure if it's going to be fluid later on before January. But that's the main aim at the minute, yes.
Okay. And do you expect fierce competition from against all odds? And you also have Blessed Mothers entering the pocket. Do you have any open relationship with these alliances?
As you can see on our, I believe it was in our description, we've currently got what I would say the main powerhouses of Virgo, other than Lies, in our coalition, and we're all on the same Discord and everything. So
okay, so
that second part of that quote will come in handy for some people that have their eyes on our land.
All right, Bushy mate.
Hello.
Hello, Bushy. So you're a returning player. You've been here before.
Once or twice. The first time I've ever made an alliance, though.
Okay. And you are the leader. You are ranked 18th. Do you have any points already claimed?
No, but we have a couple of points that we're looking at grabbing.
Okay, I can see you're within range of here, as well as here. But you don't...
I don't think we're going to win it, but I just want to get to grips with the systems of being in an alliance, and yeah, take a couple of points.
Okay, you're a little spread out. You're all the way over here as well.
Yes, we have some of the newer players right at the back of Virgo.
Yeah. How are you motivating them to secure you some points? Are they going to be helpful, or?
Hopefully so. They're all, the ones at the back are all on Discord, which is nice, which means we can actually talk to them, and they do actually say things back, so we in communication. So hopefully they will take a few points as well.
Okay, so these are all our participants. We are missing some people that wanted to join us, but there are more alliances that bear taking a look at. Arch has this alliance here, which is the Protegenoi.
Yeah, they're also part with us, the DTC, even though they're not saying it or on there, but they're also with us.
Okay, so we have more of these. We have not goons. They were pretty well spread out as well.
Again, part of the DTC.
Yeah. So we have this conglomerate here working together. So what I wanted to talk about next, guys, is that there's only 2 alliances currently at war according to the questionnaires. Well, 3. So we have Kamut, who's been fighting Lord Ironicus, and we have this is a resident from Blessed Mothers, and he says he's at war with all the smaller alliances. Who's here for Blessed Mother? That's Spike, isn't it?
Yeah.
So are you belligerent? Are you attacking everybody who's smaller than yourself? Do you think that's gonna help you get points?
Oh no. No. I don't think it's gonna get us points. I think it's gonna be fun. If they don't open diplomacy with us, then they are... all my members are free to attack whoever they want.
I see. Okay.
When they come to our door and they try to attack us, then we have a war on our hands.
Okay, so it's more for the fun than the actual win.
Yeah, more so.
Sentinel.
Hello.
You claim to be at war with responsible gamers.
Yes, we are. That's
Have you been at war for a long time?
Maybe over a week, I think now. Yeah, definitely over a week.
Who's the leader for responsible game? That's Fiscally, right?
Yes, a previous applicant to my alliance.
So he wanted to join your alliance and was declined, and now you're at war.
Yes.
Who's winning?
We are. They do not currently own gunships.
They don't own gunships, so you have the technological upper hand.
We have destroyed a bunch of stations, yes.
Ah. So you've actually destroyed some other stations.
Yeah, yeah, a lot of stations actually. So
with those,
they only have, I think, maybe 10 stations left, roughly.
Well, it looks like a lot more than 10 stations to me.
Let me see. 1, 2,
This is,
5, 6,
they have 19 members.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 15 stations in their immediate area. Where they started, and then some far, far away stations, which...
And is the plan Ruthless Annihilation?
I think at this point, yeah.
Oh
I
dear.
tried negotiating them on Friday, but they pretty much did the same thing that happened, that's kind of participated the war.
So you offered a friendly hand and they refused.
Well, basically, yeah, I said we'll do negotiations Friday, so they sent me their Discord invite. And so I joined on Friday, and then they kicked me before saying anything. So I just said, okay. And then they apologized for kicking me after, and that was what kind of led to the war anyways. Acting first before talking.
Okay. Total Eclipse?
Yep.
You are currently the only alliance in here talking that it does not have a non-aggression pact with anybody. Is that something you did on purpose, or are you just not liked?
They were just too new and too small that I've, mentioned that I wouldn't mind working with other people, but no one has, really cared about us, so we're just kind of here.
Okay. Okay. So, I'm going to let you guys...
Let's see here. Well, I got someone who just messaged me. Says that I should say something. But, it's Sentinel, because it doesn't actually show his name in the chat.
I spent a day helping you, man.
Yeah, Sentinel did spend a lot of time helping me, so I definitely cannot negate that.
So you have friends?
I definitely have people here on Discord who have been very helpful to me, which I have passed on the information to not only myself in my alliance, but other new members who are not even a part of my alliance who have come in to talk, or even in just global chat. So I've tried to share some of the information and learn as much as I can.
Okay. Raikagu.
What's up?
So, let me see. You're brass cool, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at how spread out you guys are. What do you think you can achieve with these immediate alliances that you have next to you? Like, wouldn't it be a wiser course to link up and try to create something fantastic?
I mean, we're part of the DCC, so we have a lot of allies in our area. I mean, there's a few people that we are not so friendly with, but we're
like
still
who?
working on that.
You want to tell us who you're not friendly with?
Not particularly.
Okay. So I am going to let each of you pick one other alliance leader in the chat to ask a single question. Sentinel, do you have a question for somebody?
I do.
Shoot.
So is it really true, Admiral, that UGA and Lies are no longer part of your federation?
They never were.
They never were?
That's interesting. I have chats that say otherwise from you.
Okay. Therisol, do you have a question?
Who wants to help me get stuff? I don't know. I got nothing.
Okay. Let's move on to Spike.
Where's the leader of that alliance? Jump over me, I will come back to you.
Alrighty. Brass Cool, the Raikagu.
No, I don't have any questions.
And you, Kamut?
I don't really have a whole lot.
Nobody needs to make friends. What about you, Klaus?
Well, we got a lot of friends.
Actually, do have a question. Admiral, I'd like to know, your Discord Federation is actually quite mysterious. And I'm quite interested in knowing who exactly is with you. Because we're getting a lot of off and on, they are or they aren't with us. It seems like every guy is saying, no, I'm not in the Discord Federation, but this guy to the right of me is.
we've recruited 8 alliances into our federation recently, but we're not willing to give total numbers at this point or names.
It's 8.
Okay. Copper Pride, you got a question for somebody?
Yeah, I pretty much want to know why nobody brings a pizza and some beer, so...
It's the internet, man. What about
Well,
you?
I got pizza downstairs, but it's a little cold.
Yeah, let's blame the community manager.
I brought my rogue and wizard hat.
And you, Total Eclipse?
I don't really have any questions at the moment.
Okay, let's move on to Faber.
Let's say the question again, please. I'm in another meeting at the same time. Sorry.
Do you have a question for any other alliance leader here?
No questions. I talked with anyone which I really wanted to talk on private messages. I'm happy with how things are going for now.
And you, Admiral?
Yeah, I'd just like to ask, I know it's supposed to be one, but I'm going to cheat a little. Ask all the alliance leaders to consider reaching out to me if they are interested in joining the Discord Federation and are not looking to win this game with the #1 slot. One of our motives is to assist those in our federation to capture ranks 2 through 5.
Okay, so that's not really a question. We have announcements later. Matt,
Oh,
yet?
gotcha.
Matt, you got a question?
No, I don't have a question.
Okay, and you, Ignis Wolf?
Law's already asked my question.
Alright. Okay, and Bishy, finally.
Yeah. I might ask Copper Pride. We have a non-aggression pact with you at the moment.
Yep.
But some of our strategic points are bordering on your space. What do you tend to do about that?
We are pretty much open for discussion about that, so we don't close the doors from everybody. At this point, I'm pretty sure, because most alliance not settled yet exactly in the spot they want to be in the mid or late game, so we are open for every discussion. So you're more than welcome to grab us to take some meeting and discuss about each point you are interested in, or I don't know, the sector you want to jump in or something like that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Be more than welcome to hop in and discuss with us.
Okay, it seems like most of you guys don't have many questions for each other. Do you guys think that's an indication of people withholding their intentions, or is it just a general lack of strategy?
It's a little of both, probably.
If I might, there's a lot of back-channel communications going on, so there's so much information, so much intelligence, counterintelligence going on.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a huge, even in this, like when you started this, there's at least like 4 or 5, 6 other group conversations happening with leaders here.
Okay.
There's though the military landscape may seem marginal, the political landscape is vastly at war.
Yeah, it's very immersive. That's what I was telling you before, Snugdums. There's a lot to it that's happening that's not even in the mechanics of the game that you don't necessarily see right away. So somebody coming in off the street just playing this game for the first time, he may not be aware of anything that's going on. Oh, well, this area's got this and this area's got that. This alliance plans to move there, that alliance plans to move there. So like I would think on the finalized version of this game, maybe it might be a good idea to work on different ways that it can become clear to people so that they can see, hey, this alliance, just like this alliance has a non-aggression pact with this alliance has a rivalry with that group, that kind of thing. Maybe even like individual markers where the individual players can kind of color their alliances and just kind of okay, this guy might be a problem.
And to some of his comments, it's for that very reason that we have Starborne's first KGB style intelligence agency division combat.
Okay.
Yeah, there's so much going on in the backdrop that if you're not inside the circle, you really don't know what's going on in the game, and it's not actually written into the game mechanics. It's what's cool, which is why I think you have a winner here, because I mean, you could support that, but I mean, there's a happy balance too, because some people are just gonna get mad and rage quit because they don't want to do all that. They don't want to get into all the politics and stuff like that. They just want to play the game. Which is fair, because I mean, you know, I like the game myself, but I mean, you don't want to kind of wake up the next morning like, well, damn, this alliance and that alliance are fighting over territory that I'm in, that kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So that there's probably needs to be just a little more work to support that, just so that everybody gets a chance to enjoy the game, whichever way they want to play. If they want to play to win, cool. If they want to just play to grow and city build, cool. If they want to go to war, cool. You know, you got to allow those options for everybody.
Yeah.
Faber?
Faber?
I have a question.
Okay, Spike, your question.
I was just wondering, Ignis, if you think we could have a fun little war.
Well, it looks like your intentions are heading that way, mate.
Straight to the point.
Is there animosity between you?
There's a lot of strategic points in between us, and having a fun little war over them is probably what the game's about, isn't it?
Let me see. Here
A trial of possession, old Clan Wolf style. just they make a formal pact. Let's go to war. This is what we're supposed to be fighting for, and this is what we're going to commit. Whoever wins gets the points. Done.
And this is my hammer.
Yes.
So here is Spike and his alliance, and this is Ignis and his alliance. Are you talking about this pocket here?
Yeah, pretty much. They have
you have a third contender there, though.
Yeah, and they are
There's
allied.
about 4 contenders there, actually.
But wait, against all odds, are allied with you, Spike?
No.
So it
I
seems
don't
like
believe so.
it seems like we have a little three-way here, where
No, you're looking at the UAV there, mate.
I am. Okay.
No, they're not allied.
Against all odds, Hooligish Enterprises, Virgo Conglomerate, and Virgo Vendetta.
And we have okay. So, but we have lies here, trying to secure some pocket points.
Yeah, that's just
That's
a
what
player
you
in
was
the
talking about
right
earlier
spot.
on.
So Klaus,
Yes?
Faber says that lies are their most immediate threat for Reptile Sun. Are you?
I think that's very interesting. We were recently talking with DTC, and one of the conditions they had was actually that we'd give up some territory we have in the north. To these comments, I'd just like to say we don't intend to go farther north. In fact, we didn't intend to go this far north initially. What you're seeing there is what I commented on earlier. We had a lot of rogue players not following the strategy that joined in later, after we'd already hammered down what we were doing.
So what you
And
call
instead of
north?
following
Are you
the
talking about
strategy-
this pocket?
Virgo is... If Virgo is north, then yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
No. Virgo is north for us.
Okay. Faber, how do you feel about that? You think you can trust Klaus?
Yeah, I feel like we got to an agreement because our issue was mostly because one guy in the area is gobbling up like 3 or 4 points by himself, or at least using citadels right near of them to gain influence. So we will leave it at that. We won't be trying to contest them because sooner or later it kind of bites back trying to get too many points with one player.
Okay. Bijy,
Yeah.
while you think that Singularity is likeliest to win, you think Marionette is your biggest threat. Why is that? Have they been aggressive against you?
No, they've been nothing but accommodating. But I have to look at the DTC and go, that's a huge army to fight if I have to fight. And that does worry me slightly. Hopefully it won't come down to that. Copper Pride has said that they're willing to discuss and talk. So you never know.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Okay.
You could always move over to Gemini.
Join us.
Spike, you say that the Virgo alliances and lies are your biggest threat. What are you doing to mitigate that threat?
Nothing.
It sounds like a good course of plan.
No, it's not. But we have all been city building here now for about 3 weeks or so. And we all have units, and we all have ships and fleets and cards and resources. We gotta use them.
I'd just like to say that we have established a non-aggression pact.
Okay.
It was specifically the DTC that was upset about one of our players pushing a little too far north, and that wanted to make it a condition that he release some of his positions in exchange for a nap, although we settled that a different way.
Okay.
I'm also, with the Virgo guys, I don't know if we're gonna end up in a war, but it definitely does look like it. And pretty much
I thought you'd already declared, mate.
Oh no, I haven't declared any wars.
Oh, that's it.
Oh, that's
I
interesting.
heard I want to start a war,
Oh yeah, I do. I haven't
which is
said
a
the- I got
declaration
it.
of war.
No, it's a I want to have wars.
He was basically
Somebody
asking what the
got
other
war
guys
guys.
felt like having a war with them. He's basically saying, "Hey, I want a war. Do you want to, go to war with us?"
Yeah, if they say yes, then let's have a fun war.
Okay. Kamut.
Oh boy. Why?
Because you're here,
He's
man.
not even the only rogue actor. There's a couple other guys too. I'm really mentioning them just yet. I don't know. It's hard for us to make a move, and you have somebody like that kind of in your backyard, or kind of in that area, because you really don't know what the hell he's gonna do.
Okay. Let me just... You are the purple ones here, and that is Ironicus. Is he still playing?
He stopped for a little while, and then he got back on. He got kind of rage quit when he realized just what the DTC was. I guess his story was initially he just kind of wanted that whole area, to secure that whole area, which was fine, but he just pretty belligerent with anybody that moved into that area or just spawned there or just happened to be in that area. So it's like he got real.
He was quick to make enemies.
Right, quick
Yeah.
to make enemies, and on top of that, I was originally negotiating for him, whereas our first enemy was the Mist Wolves, surprisingly enough. But after talking with their leader and setting up negotiations, and kind of like we both kind of looked at it like the idea of the Confederacy thing a little thoroughly, and just said, well, you know what, all this can be solved. If we're all Confederacy, all these little territorial disputes are mute anyway.
Okay.
So while I was planning, trying to negotiate that kind of peace with the Mist Wolves, Ironicus was still pushing for war, and kind of like, if I'm giving my word to people that we're going to be that we can honor this agreement and that agreement, there's no need to be posturing for war at that point. So it was kind of like subversive diplomacy that he wanted me to engage in, and I was like, no, you're not going to sabotage my name for your own little personal gain. So I left the Star Lords and kind of went neutral, just like I ain't going to attack my old alliance out of respect for them, because a lot of those people, I kind of helped them myself. But I wasn't going to support a war against Ironicus either. But he kept pushing, and I think the Marionette guys, Dahl and Copperhead, Copper Pride, I keep calling Copperhead, they tried to negotiate with him as well, too, and enough was enough. After a while, the Marionette said, screw him, and just went in on the warpath. And just went after him and the Star Lords, and before the first attack even landed, he pretty much disbanded the entire Star Lords, shut down the Discord, and just been kind of doing his own thing. Yeah, he was kind of butthurt about the whole thing, complaining about Zerg mechanics and things like that. But the thing is that from the very beginning, I was telling him, confederations win the war, win the game. I mean, alliances can win individually, but if you're going to be an enemy with everybody, you're not going to be around for too long. Especially when people start getting gunships and they get tired of your attitude, they're just going to target you.
Okay.
And I didn't feel like being in the middle of that.
So one thing I want to discuss with all of you is that there's a lot of conflict here in the middle. There's a lot of alliances fighting for the middle. There's a lot of points there. But not all pockets have heavy conflicts. Maybe one or two alliances there making their way. So how important do you think it is to establish diplomatic relationships with these small alliances to get them into your bigger alliances to win the game?
Let me start. As I said before, the war is not won by the biggest hammer, right? So if you play smart, you don't need to have outnumber forces to crush your enemy completely, right? You need to, like the Camel said before, Irenicus push for war, but he don't realize that the war will mean that everybody will turn on him and will just, hit them. So when he realized how many attacks land on him in the second, right, when the word spread that we're going to war with the Star Lords, well, he realized it's too late, right? So this is something we're trying to establish in the DC. Live good with the alliance. We live good with the neighbors.
Tread softly, carry a big stick, basically.
Yeah.
Anybody else have input on this? Do you think that politics will trump warfare?
Politics always trumps warfare.
Okay.
What I've observed is that Starborne, basically, with this new map, we have reached a whole new level of just political activity. We're seeing bigger federations and more federations than ever before, and confederations.
But federations don't win the game.
Or do they? I think that it is going to come down to politics, and I think it's going to be very interesting to see how it does in this political landscape where many people seem very inexperienced in politics.
To give an example, I mean, there are alliances within loosely managed confederacies that are quick to turn coat, and I think that's going to play a major factor in the wars to come.
The people I'm really scared of in this round are not the big groups like Discord Federation or DTS or any of them. The people I'm scared about are the quiet ones that haven't said anything and probably aren't even here. The guys that have been silently politicking in the background and aren't willing to give away any information until
like
it's
who?
too late for us to stop them. Well, that's the thing. You can't give a name if they haven't given a name.
You don't want to point out somebody who might possibly become your ally.
I never said anything about them being on my side.
Okay.
So, guys, if you
I
already
wouldn't be scared of them if they were on my side.
If you already spoke about me, I wanted to tell that I'm here. I'm the leader of 420.
Okay, hello Aliar. You were a little late. You skipped. Okay.
And I'm here from a few minutes. I just didn't want to interrupt you.
Okay, so let's take a look at your alliance. You are the leader of 420. You are part of Destroy the Cosmos, which is an alliance that was named quite often as like there's a lot of people here from TDC. How do you feel that 420? How do you feel about your position within the TDC?
I feel pretty confident about our position in DTC because we were one of the first members of this confederation. Maybe not one of the first, but I think we were in the first 5 members. And we not really aiming to be the first alliance in DTC. We're mostly from people that are first time playing this game.
Okay.
Me included.
Okay.
We started pretty late, so we're just trying to learn the mechanics and gain maybe some friendships that will last more than just this alpha.
Yeah.
And we will try to show it by our commitment and our loyalty to our confederation and alliances we take names with.
Understood. So I want to go off script a little bit and ask you guys, what do you think is the most needed feature for Starborne?
better tools for coordination, better the ability to mark on the map, the ability to have a flat map that we can coordinate strategy and such on. Just simple quality of life tools like that are probably the biggest thing in my opinion.
More
It would
colours,
be-
more alliances.
More colors, yeah, definitely. I think having a built-in functionality for confederacies of maybe 5 to 10 alliances would be helpful, considering the expansion of the game and the amount of players.
Okay.
Got a suggestion. The ability to launch a raid or assault from an alliance member's base instead of having to build a forward base all the way.
Oh, yes.
That just to me doesn't make sense. I mean, what's the point of having bombers if they're going to take 2 hours to reach your friend's base or your friend's enemy? You know, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, I can launch like scouting attacks and sabotage attacks from an alliance base, but I can't do an assault or a raid. Well, raid maybe makes sense because you got to bring back resources. But I mean, even then, it'd be nice to be able to let me go out on a raid and give you some resources, or even be able to send resources to somebody who needs them.
So more collaborative tools, more organizational tools. Is that the consensus?
Yeah.
Yes.
Being able to send at least defensive ships, I don't know about offensive, but defensive ships from one deployed station to another would be useful as well.
Okay. So, before we wrap this up, are we, with the discussion that we just had, we're all pretty much in agreement that the game is far from decided by the rankings as they are today.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Nobody thinks Vastness of Space is going to win.
I
think that
it depends.
Well,
I gotta say,
announce that Vastness of Space and DTC are more than just naps.
Okay.
Right, goodbye.
You were saying, Admiral?
Yeah, I gotta say that while they have a lot of points, I find it interesting that half of you leaders announced Singularity would be first when we're clearly second right now.
It doesn't matter for now.
Okay.
Maybe because we love you guys so much.
I've been watching a lot of what you people have been doing, and don't take that the wrong way. And I've been seeing a lot of panic and a lot of people directing themselves towards Singularity specifically. So I find it personally very amusing that it's Vastness of Space that's in the lead right now.
Okay, so let's wrap this up.
Don't worry about it.
I'm going to give all of you your final chance to say something if you have something to say. I'm just going to go down the line. Sentinel, do you have any declaration?
Just that DTC and Vastness of Space are mutual friends beyond naps. We are like the Canadian-U.S. alliance. So we didn't know when we were going to announce that, but I talked to Dahl today, and we figured we'd just announce it at the.
So which one of you is going to insult the other continuously?
They have a defensive pact.
We Americans love Canadians. No worries there. Americans love Canadians.
I'm Canadian.
And we're two
love me?
so we love the Americans. Wink, wink.
Yeah.
Okay, let's move to our next leader. Aliar, you have anything you want to say before we wrap this up?
I just wanted to say that I was trying to reach few alliances leaders and ask them about merging, and they all refused. So if you know anybody that is willing to do this, just reach me in game or
Well, you
in
never
Discord.
talked to me.
Okay.
I didn't talk to everybody.
So you guys, you definitely could be an asset. You have access to a few points, so you should probably get some calls after this.
I've tried to reach just a few people, so I'm playing now with you.
Therisol, you've got something to say?
So as of yesterday, through a miscommunication, and because it's really hard to tell who's online half the time and who's AFK for 13 some odd days, me and the Shakturiaxes set up the Don't Park Here Confederation, and then we got a couple more people that had joined us, the United Gemini Alliance and the Gemini Guard, and so we're always willing to accept anybody who wants to join with us, or if you're a small little alliance and want to merge, as I said, we're only 8 members. We have no problem either taking people in or what have you.
All right, let's move on to Spike.
I don't think I have any big announcements.
Alrighty, the right Kaku?
Nope.
Nope. Kamut?
I don't know.
Okay. Klaus, you got something for us?
Something on what? I have a lot of
Something
things,
you want to say
but-
to everybody who's listening?
Oh yeah, GG, well played, good game.
Okay, Copper Pride?
I'm pretty excited to see how in every day the number of colors of different alliances decreased to the smaller number of bigger confederacies. So, yeah, I can't wait until the mid game. It will be pretty interesting.
Total Eclipse?
The bounty on that one guy still stands.
Faber?
Yeah, I want to mention that personally I like better the prize for the second to 5th place than the first one. So I'm totally fine with not being first.
Well, did you see my avatar? Doll made it for me, Doll made it and I took it. So I already got my prize. I'm happy.
Admiral?
Yeah, I want one of those, but from the second to 5th place, and then we have a deal.
I just want to say, last alpha was my learning experience. We were in the Outer Arms and we had a lot of fun, especially with the turnout. For you Alliance leaders in the end, you guys are in for quite a treat with this game, and the chaos is going to be just as big out there than it will be in the middle. I'm really looking forward to playing the game with all of you, and looking forward to the fights to come.
Fantastic. Mad?
Just want to say that the UGA has never really been in this confederation, and that we recently joined Don Park in here confederation in Gemini.
Okay. Ignis Wolf?
Nah, I'm all good, I think, mate.
And you, Bishy?
All good.
Alrighty. I want to thank you all. Go ahead.
Sorry, one more thing.
Yep.
Just want to announce that we do have spies in those enemy confederations too. That was on my agenda.
Okay, so that's
like EVE Online all over again.
Yeah. So now we have spies, not revealed, but their presence is known by people. Do you want to tell people where you have spies?
I can't. We have several in many alliances, but I can say that we don't want to release any of their identities. Some of them are quite the metalheads.
So thank you for that induced dosage of paranoia.
Yeah, thank you.
I'd just like to point out that nobody's commented on my alliance name yet.
Yeah.
We all know you're a liar, so why would we comment?
Yeah, now that's probably the most honesty right there.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. If it's a lie, does that make it true? And if that's true, does that make it a lie?
Well,
Maybe
we'll
I'm
figure it
lying
out
about
sooner or
lying.
later, right?
And I'd
This
just like to
meeting
say
will be endless.
you're all welcome for the post party in my Vastness of Space chat channel below.
Okay, guys, thank you so much
grab
for
a beer.
participating. This has been fascinating and informative. I think the consensus here is that the game is far from over or decided. And the message to everybody who is a low-key player, if you have a strategic hex point, you have a bargaining position with any of these alliance leaders. Snookums over and out. Thank you, everybody.